When I started studying kinship care years ago, there was a lot of stigma attached to the practice. Social workers were reluctant to even place children with relatives. In fact, in many states, it was written into policy that relatives didn't even get first right of refusal. They weren't even considered when we were looking for placement for children. But it has evolved in a good way. Many states now, kinship care is the first response as opposed to never being considered. We like to think that some of that is due to the research, where we know that kids have better outcomes when they're in relative care.
Our current research really is almost to look at what is old is new again in terms of kinship care, valuing those kind of informal adoptions, but now we're calling them kinship care experiences, where we really appreciate the sacrifice while at the same time understand the support that continues to be needed by these families.
Today, kinship care is studied in a very rigorous manner. KinCarolina is one of those studies that uses a randomized controlled trial where we are placing a group of kinship caregivers in an intervention and then a group who are getting treatment as usual. We're delivering that intervention for 6 months, and then we'll follow the families for another 6 months to trace their outcomes. But we'll be able to prove the efficacy of these services at the end of this 5-year demonstration.
Children in kinship care, they fare much better than children in other types of out-of-home care. Also, kinship care provides kids a cultural connection and more stable environment. So that motivated me to do more research in this area.
I don't know if this is what the future looks like for kinship care research, but this is what I hope. I hope that it is interdisciplinary, that we start talking across systems so that we can actually wrap supports around kinship families and understand not only from the practice side, but from the policy side, and also even just the impacts, the research side. What is happening to kinship families in different systems and what happens to them? How much better could things be if these systems are talking and working together? It can't just be research in isolation. It really has to be policy, practice, research, all of those things. But I really hope it's people working together a little better.
Kinship caregivers are unsung heroes. No matter how we refer to them, informal, formal, public, or private, they're the ones keeping our children safe, protected, connected, and filled with a sense of belonging and love. No matter the path that kinship families find themselves on, they are deserving of support and resources. We need national and state policies to better align with what the research is demonstrating. Research has proven that children reared in kinship homes experience better outcomes than their counterparts. They do better academically, physically, and socio-emotionally. We achieve stability and permanency for children when they are raised in kinship homes. However, the key is to provide targeted and evidence-informed support to caregivers. If we want our children to be healthy, thrive, and to experience well-being, we must attend to the needs of caregivers. Our caregivers are strong, resilient, and deserving of our investment in their well-being and ongoing health. When we focus our policies, programs, and research on the needs and well-being of kinship families, we are preparing generations of healthy, happy, and high-functioning children and adults.